I'm Neha Vijay, and for my silver award, I'm building birdhouses and distributing them among some parks in Swanee, Georgia.
Hey, my name is Rachel Carlstrom, and I've been working on my silver award. For it, we're building bat houses.
One reason birds are important is because they eat pests and they help control like the population, and they keep the food chain in check. They also eat bugs, which is like, bugs are kind of annoying for a lot of people, so they help with that.
As I was younger, I used to always see bats kind of just around the neighborhood when I went outside, when we got home late, just at night, because, you know, that's when bats come out. But basically, as I grew older, I saw less and less until now, when I realized that as I go outside, there's none anymore. So I was thinking, after all of the homes that are being built, after all the stores being built around here, then there's not going to be nearly as many places for bats to live, and that might be a lot of the reason that bats can't be here anymore.
Birds also play a key role in pollination and distribution of seeds, because they eat seeds that like are dropped by trees and a lot of plants, and then they go out and then they release the seeds in different areas, and that disperses the plants and lets like the forest spread and stuff like that.
Bats are kind of important in the environment because they usually will stop spreadings of, well, bugs. They eat them. Especially mosquitoes. As a lot of people know, mosquitoes spread diseases and, well, give you those really irritating bug bites. So they eat those, and just random other bugs that you'll see flying around kind of lowers the population of that. So, well, yeah, I'm building bat houses.
We took a bunch of pallets and we took them apart. We used the usable pieces of wood, and then we cut them up and repurposed them for our bird and bat houses.
The first step of cutting wood is always to make sure you're safe, so wear your glasses. The second step is always to make sure that you don't have your fingers anywhere near the saw. So if you're gonna hold your wood down, hold it to the side. Now I'm gonna cut.
So to build it, first I had to cut out the pieces, and as you can see, they vary in width and height. And then after I cut them out, I would clamp these two pieces together, like one side or the other, it doesn't really matter. And then I would pre-drill holes so that I could put the screws in, because it would prevent splitting. And then I would do the other side, and then I would do the top or the back, because it doesn't really matter, because those pieces aren't attached anyway. But I would do the same thing. I would pre-drill the holes, and then I would put the screws in.
We started off with the back. So we put on the long planks. There's going to be one plank that goes from here to here and here to here. Those are the longest ones inside of it. You can see them right here. And basically pre-drilled holes and then screwed the screws in all the way down. And then we added on the sides of the top so that we can put in, well, the center pieces on the inside. We are using this router on the centerpieces of the bat boxes so that the bats will have somewhere to hold on to. So here are some of the ones that are already done.
And then for the bottom, I attached it a little differently. So the bottom opens so that every spring we can clean out the birdhouses so they don't get all gross and mildewy and like inhabitable. So it's not just like a one-time use thing. And there's just a hinge right here that helps it open and close. And then there's like, this is like kind of a lock that keeps it closed. And then when we want to clean it out, we just push that open and it falls out. And then to drill the hole, I just used a circular drill bit. And then when I was done with everything, I just put the dowel in with a little bit of wood glue.
Make sure that all of the pieces on the inside, we had to sand all of those down, because if you do not sand them, then it can scratch the bat when it goes inside or just rough it up. So you don't want that for the bat. But yeah, this is bat house. I probably liked most of the fun that we had while we were putting them together, because I don't really often get to just like hang out with people while I'm, making a difference, trying to use power tools for one of the first times, so.
I enjoyed contacting the parks and building the birdhouses because I thought it was fun to talk to people about what I was doing and help spread the word. I also thought it was pretty fun to like create something new out of something old that would also help the environment.
So what was the most challenging part?
The most challenging part was probably having to cut the wood without a saw, and also taking apart the pallet because of all the nails that had to come out.
Definitely the routing. For the centers of the bat boxes, we needed to basically make little lines all across the panels so the bats can hold on while they're inside. And that basically took the longest out of all of them, and it was the hardest to do.
So do you think working on your project together made it easier or harder?
A bit of both, because at some points we had to be like, we were drawn, like we didn't move as quickly as we should have with the other person.
And with different schedules, so we couldn't always we'd say one weekend, hey, can we do it on this weekend? And then one of us would be like, oh, sorry, I can't even come over till like 6 p.m.
And then another, we get to work together, so it makes us go forward more. It just depends on what each person is working on.
Yeah, it also helped a lot because some of the materials she didn't have, but
Yeah.
I had, and some of them I had, but she didn't have. So we could kind of share between that and, get stuff done without having to make so many trips to the store.
It also made the project a lot more fun because you're able to hang out with your friend while you're working, so it doesn't really seem like work.
So what would be your advice to a Girl Scout who is thinking of doing her Silver Award?
Do something that you're passionate about, and do something that you know is going to help the environment and that you want to be known for doing.
Probably just do something that you care about. If you don't care about it, then you won't stay dedicated, you won't want to work on it, you won't want to keep going. You'll get bored of it, you'll get tired of it, you'll question why you did it. So just do something you like, you enjoy, because remember, you're going to be spending many hours, over a day worth of hours on this project. So yeah, just do something you're passionate about.